Maybe. Alright, we should be back. So, hello everybody. Helix Rick here, playing some more Soulframe today. Mostly just because I wanted to get some farming underway. Sorry, had to get that cough out of the way too. Without coughing in your ear, you don't need any coughing ASMR in your ear. Um, but I have been bombarded again by my nibblings to play games with them, and I finally was just like, I just need a break. A break from people in general, really. Um, I'm here. We're good. We're gonna just play a little bit of Soulframe today. Try to get through some more children. I'm actually not 100% sure why this has a crown on it versus like a star. I was gonna check that, but it is, I guess maybe it's just how it looks because it's like the leaves and the star. Anyways, point is, I've been streaming for a few days and I really wanted to kind of just dive back in. Um, I jumped in the other day. I was helping out a random streamer. They were trying to figure out, they were new to the game. They were trying to figure out where certain things were, and I ended up helping them with how to find this area, actually. That's why I logged out here. They were trying to find two volcanae so that they can craft things. And so I kind of did a little tour for them just so that they can find it. And then I exited out because I didn't want to disturb their streaming time and their vibes. So but I was glad to kind of help them out. They added me onto their friends list and things like that. But yeah, I figured I would dive back in today. It's been, I don't know, it's an overcast kind of day today. I don't know if it's gonna storm later. It has, every time I want to game on my desktop, it seems to be storming heavier. So I figured if I wanted to stream on my desktop or if I wanted to play on my desktop, I had to stream early. So that is also why I'm in here a bit early. I have swapped back to the Children of Alka faction here. We are only rank 3 with them. I forgot how difficult it is to find their little, I don't know what you want to call them, their little representatives in the field. Because everything is green and then you have a green little guy that you gotta go find to do it, versus like if you're working with the Kith of Kings who has the ghosty, or if you have the Enclave. I was gonna call them the Shadow Enclave. They are not the Shadow Enclave. But the Silent Rose Enclave, they have, their representatives are definitely a lot easier to see in the field. So that is definitely something I might want to post feedback. I keep kind of forgetting about posting certain things. Hello, little friend. My favorite things to murder. They give so much experience for that. I love it. Also don't know if any of them dropped anything. Just kind of doesn't look like it. Guess they were just husks. But yeah, so we are knocking out some more of the Enclave today. I'm sorry, the Children of Alka today. I'm back in Enclave mentality. And just distract you all. I could have probably ran out of that, but we'll play along and act like we're trapped. Ow! You're supposed to be distracted, son. Come on, lick it. I can explode you. Explodey. Are we all dead? Okay, cool. Hey, we're gonna release the children. But yeah, so it's just been kind of a little bit of a messy few days. I am also taking a bit of a tiny break, very tiny, probably gonna end up playing later with the kids, from that Roblox game that I've been playing with them, just because I was starting to see some patterns with their Discord moderators. and it was very reminiscent of the days when I played the dragon game, which is very unfortunate. That's gonna hurt really, really badly here. Okay, we didn't get hit. We're good. But it is very, very frustrating when you are playing a game and you go into like an official Discord for said game, and either the moderators, in-game moderators, or even just moderators for the Discord, whatever they may be, kind of treat the players rudely. And, like, not even in, like, I just got murdered. But not even in, like, you know, you're being wrong, so we're gonna be wrong to you. Like, somebody had posted that they had a concern with an update and an issue that they were finding. And the mods just kind of all just ganged up on her and were just saying all these, you know, well, it sounds like a you issue, it sounds like a user error, it sounds like all these things, when in fact it was literally an issue that the developer acknowledged. And even the developer kind of jumped in there and was, you know, making jokes and stuff about it not being that big of a deal. But it was just like how it was addressed was just really reminiscent of things that were happening with Day of Dragons. One of the moderators in there also would kind of threaten players with not wanting to release the game on time, or, you know, all these things. Just like really unprofessional
I'd be keen to
ways
see it
to like
all.
especially when you're representing a company. It was very unprofessional across the board. So there are a lot of chests in here. What is going on? I mean, I shouldn't complain, but like, what is going on? I'm gonna
Found
just
something, have you?
distract you
I'll try not to see it through it.
and also blind you and also make you hurt a lot. And also, oh god, I missed. Well, I don't need to explode you because you exploded on your own. Yeah, I mean, that was gonna hurt. But yeah, so like, it's just things like that that I'm just, it really puts me off of dealing with, you know, indie game developers. Like, I love the DE team and kind of how they try to very tactfully and gracefully handle awkward situations. Like, there were some things that had come up, and they were being very, very careful about how they were addressing it. And they also acknowledged, like, hey, we know these are sensitive topics. We are aware that that's a thing, and we are doing our best to try to graciously approach them. I totally respect that. I absolutely love that for the DE team, 100%. But then I get into these other games and I see, you know, they're making money doing whatever, or it's not even the making the money part. But it's like you have a game and you treat your players like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like you're coming in there and you're just saying these terrible things to your players for bringing up very, very valid points. And it's like, why are you punishing your players for trying to help you make a better game? Or for being frustrated at the lack of transparency or communication in what you were doing. Like, if you say, hey, this is going to be released at this date on this time, great. Let us know that it's going to be released at that date, that time, and respect your players, knowing that people are coming from, you know, different parts of the world playing your game, doing this thing. And yeah, that doesn't always happen. So unfortunately, people will come out. Like I said, Day of Dragons is really, really bad about this. It's part of why I stopped playing. They would come out, they would threaten their players, telling them, you know, that they would not. Oh, hit me. Okay, fine. Hi, Peter. But like they came out and they were just like, you know, we're going to not release the game, or we're not going to release this major update that we've been promising for months because you guys are just being so mean in our Discord. And it's like, no, they are being validly upset right now because, you know, you guys are delaying things, you're blaming other people, you're not taking responsibility for what you're doing. And like that was frustrating. So I stopped playing that game because of that. And then, oh, I forgot that's what I was doing. Yeah, where's this? Plants. And then I was jumping into the Discord yesterday for that horse game that I've been playing with my nibblings, and I started seeing some of those same behaviors. A player they had released an update, and one of the players had expressed a frustration because they said that there was no announcement that this they had released. It was like a cleanse-sale update. And they were like, you know, you told us that there was supposed to be an announcement that pops up on the server that says it's live, and when somebody captures it, so that we're not hunting for no reason if it's already been captured. Like, there should not be a point. And the dev came out and they're like, oh yeah, I just pushed out a fix for that. Like, it's fixed now. Which is fine. Okay, great. Like, it's fixed. But then the mods started just, like, harassing this person that called him out. And just going at him for just, you know, saying, you know, oh, we don't want the sales threat. I don't want the salies. Please do not eat my mousey. I know it's a mousey. You do not need that mousey. That mousey is not for you. But the mods just started attacking this person for just saying that. And they're like, you know, it was an issue. And the mods were like, it's not an issue. Like, they were literally sitting there gaslighting this girl and just saying, oh yeah, it was never an issue. We had no issues on our servers. This was never a thing. You obviously don't know what you're talking about and all these things. And it was like, no, the dev straight up said that they made a mistake and had to push a fix out. Now the mods are gaslighting this player into saying that never happened. And it's like, there are literal receipts there. Everybody can see this conversation that had happened. Like, what are you talking about? And it really just gave me that same bad taste in my mouth that Day of Dragons did. And so I was like, you know what, I'm stepping away from the Discord. And I'm just gonna kind of go to my happy place. I'm gonna, you know, play my little game and enjoy it, but I'm not gonna do it with people because obviously something about Discord and devs, with DE is the exception on it, they're phenomenal. But, like, when I seem to find devs in Discords, they tend to just make hardcore mistakes and do not handle things very well. So, kudos 100% to the DE team for how they handle things. I am not hitting these guys very well, am I? Granted, they are the slugs, so they do take a hot minute. Hey, you take your explosions and you like them. You also get more explosions. Okay, now you're dead. But yeah, like, it's little things like that, and I'm just like, I don't understand why these indie devs or these, you know, smaller development teams insist on treating their player base, or at least allowing their moderators to treat their players like garbage. Like, those are those players are your lifeblood to your game. I am spitting now. They are the lifeblood to your game, though. Like, why are you allowing them, your mods, to treat them like garbage? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that it happened twice now with 2 different games that I play, I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of actually like a theme to, like, my professional life, is I find jobs and I start working for jobs that need something called out in them. There are concerning behaviors that, like, may have been there for years and nobody said anything, and then I kind of come in. And it's not intentional. It is never intentional. I've had that happen, though, on a number of occasions with different jobs that I worked at. One of the jobs, like one of my very, very first jobs that I ever had as a kid, I worked for it was a inflatable party place. And granted, I was underage. I should not have had that job. The fact that I did have that job was kind of interesting, and I'm still not sure how entirely it was legal because I was a kid. I was 14 years old, okay? The legal age to start working in Arizona at the time was 15. Somehow I got the job there. I'm not sure how, but I did. And so one of the things that I had found while working there was that my bosses were actually doing a lot of illegal and shady stuff. So one of the things that they would do, and the guy is no longer alive, so like I
I'd
don't feel
be
bad about
keen to
airing
see
out
it
the
all.
dirty laundry of that place. But it was a husband and wife, and they owned the place, and they owned 2 different locations. But so inflatable party place, take that as you will, in Arizona. So the husband, one of the very first things that I had ever noticed was that the husband would go in and check everybody's timesheet on the wall because we had paper. It was literally pencil and paper tacked up on the wall. And what he would do is he would go in there and he would erase people's times and change it with a pencil. So he would alter their times in and out, which is, again, illegal. So if somebody came in, like because of who I am paranoid about work. I'm paranoid about being late. I try to always arrive early to work, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've even arrived 30 minutes early to work before because I'm so super, super paranoid. At the time, I was being driven around by my parents, obviously, because I'm 14 years old. But but again, like that was not the big deal. The big deal was we were working long shifts. So you are supposed to be allotted breaks based off of your how much time you're working. So I was a kid at the time, so I was usually only working 4-hour shifts. During for the most part, it was just 4-hour shifts, not a big deal. But then every once in a while, I would have to cover somebody else's shift. So then I'd be working an 8-hour shift. I had no breaks in that 8-hour shift, so I could not go to the bathroom. I could not go and eat. This was literally, you're standing actually there for 8 hours, greeting children, being this, inviting individual to kind of bring them in and make them excited to be at this party. And you're not allowed, to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm sorry. I'm a child. I need to go to the bathroom. Literally, I'm a child at the time. And so, like, that was, like, my first, like, couple of, like, okay, this is sketchy. Another thing that they would used to do is there was, I will say, a mysterious cleaning supply that we would use every single day. And I do say mysterious because I have no idea what it was. All I know is that we had those generic bottles that you can buy from, like, the dollar store. We would refill it. Peter is being extra needy today. We would refill it with this mysterious thing on the wall. I had no idea what was in this bottle. So parents would ask me, well, what kind of cleaner are you using to clean this? I don't know. I cannot tell you that. Again, which I found out later, was illegal. You have to be able to explain what you're using, especially if somebody's allergic to something in there, like all sorts of things. Had no idea. So that was one of the other things that they would do. You were not, as a party coordinator, not even a coordinator, because coordinator was like in the room when they were doing the actual party stuff. But like when you were watching the children and they were on the inflatable stuff, like one of the things the kids loved to do was they wanted. I think he might be stuck. But one of the things that the kids like, and if you know anything about kids, kids want to play with older kids. Like that's who they are, that's how they are. They want an older kid to give them some attention. And so these kids would be sitting there begging us to play with them and begging us to go on the slide with them and begging us to go through the obstacle courses and everything. And we couldn't. We weren't allowed to. And even the parents would be like, oh, can you please just, you know, play with my kid and do this thing? And no, I really wish I could. I used to just because, like, I'm a kid. I was a kid at the time. But, like, I got in trouble all the time with my boss because at the time, I didn't know. There was an upper story in that building, and the boss would sit in there and watch us. I had no idea. Which I get, you know, whatever. It's his building, he's making sure everybody's doing their job, whatever. But like, I found out later, like, that's how he was always finding out that I was doing that, was because he was creeper watching while I was working. But I get it. Like, if you're trying to protect your place, whatever. But, yeah, so the kids would just sit there and beg and please, will you please, like, come play with us? You know, we really, really want you to. And we would want to. Like, that we want to enjoy the time with them. Would not let us. We just had to sit there, stand there. Could not touch the radio. Could not do anything. Like, if they didn't want to listen to certain music, I'm so sorry. We cannot change the music. This is, you know. And it was so sad. So, that was, like, some of the things. And then, one of the other things, and it drove me absolutely nuts. So, the party place meant that you had to wear socks on your feet because, you know, you're having a lot of different people coming through. I am getting murdered again. It's always the fire. Always the fire I get burned at. But yeah, so, like, you have to wear socks. That is rule number one. Like, before you even let the kids in, you have to make sure that they signed the waiver, or parents signed the waiver, and that the children had socks. So I would do that. I would always check. Well, my boss kind of showed his racism a little bit here. In that, he was of, let's say, Eastern descent. He was the owner. And he would allow other individuals that were friends of his, their kids, to not need socks. They don't need socks. They're fine. They're fine. They're perfectly fine. Those kids are safe. They're healthy. Whatever. They don't need socks. Any other family, any other race, they have to have socks. He would literally go up to me, go up to other workers and be like, nope, that kid needs to get off right now. Kick them off right now. They have to go, like, get them out of here. They have to have socks on. Any other time. Like, it drove me crazy. Because at the time, I didn't really understand what was going on or why he kept doing that or, you know, any of it. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Turns out he was racist. That was kind of like one of my really early on experiences of an adult really just showing that to kids. And again, most of us who had this job were kids. So yeah, so he would do stuff like that. Like, it drove me nuts. He ended up dying of cancer, go figure. Karma got him in the end, I guess. And I ended up leaving the job. And I left the job because I was there for about a year and a half or so. And I really wanted to be what they called a party coordinator. So I wanted to be in the room doing the actual party, serving the cake, serving the pizzas, like, experiencing the actual party. with the families and with the kids instead of just like the every stuff. So they literally were just like, you're too young. Technically, you're not even supposed to have this job, so we're just gonna leave you where you're at. And then that was it. And I got really upset by that because, again, I'm a kid, but like that was what I wanted to do. And they also got tips, which is also why I wanted to do it. But yeah, because they said that, they're like, yeah, no. Like, no constructive anything. It was just, no, you're just too young. Like, you're not even supposed to be working here anyways. So I just straight up was like, okay, bye. Good luck. Because everybody was quitting at that time anyways. And I was just like, yeah, okay, now I understand why everybody's quitting right now. So I also quit. Go figure. Maybe, note to self, don't fire your workers who are willing to do extra duties. But yeah, so like that was one of the things that I had learned really crazy with my first job, and and it became a pattern of like finding things, calling things out, and just learning that they had all these things. Yeah, the boss ended up getting called out multiple times for changing people's work schedules. I even had multiple conversations with him going, hey, I arrived at this time, I did this, like, because my sister was working there at the same time. Like, I'd be like, I could prove I was here at the same time because my sister drove me. Like, you need, like, this is not okay. And, like, he was forced to kind of change those. But, like, yeah, I think that's probably why he didn't like me very much, because I was able to kind of call him out on those things. But, yeah, like, that ended up just being a pattern of things that I would kind of do and see. Is just, like, my professional career is, I run into these situations, and I don't know where I'm going. I didn't see where this way. Okay. I would have to kind of call out these things as I see them, and it like, it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just, it's very awkward when it keeps happening. So it's like, if there is something wrong going on at your job, I will probably find it, and I won't mean to. I'm not actively seeking it. It just happens. My bad. Sorry you were, garbage. Like, when I was a teacher, and, like, I had not planned to be a teacher. The only thing that I had planned for, I was in college. I went into an interview. My interview was supposed to be for I was going to be a receptionist at the school. My friend, my old roommate at the time, from college, she had just gotten a job there. She was going to be a teacher. I didn't know that I necessarily wanted to teach. But at least, like, that was not in my cards immediately. I thought maybe one day, but, like, not anytime soon. And so, like, the fact that this was, like, an interview to go in, and, again, not an interview in order to teach, it was an interview in order to become a receptionist at the school. Go into this interview, and I came out with an offer to become a teacher. Which, again, that should have been my red flag. I should have paid attention to the red flags, and if you know anything about me, I like to just ignore red flags because I'm dumb. So I ignored the red flags there. And ended up finding, a lot of chaos with that. Like, so the principal of the school, she was a very interesting and controlling individual. It was a religious school. Nothing on that at all. Like, that was their thing. It's fine. But she had a teacher problem, which, again, in Arizona, not that uncommon. Very, very, we definitely be slacking on the teacher bits. So it was not surprising to me at all that, they needed teachers, they needed somebody to come in and help. Like, not surprising at all. I did not dodge that in the least. I did murder that, though, which I will take. So, again, she like, it was not surprising to me that they needed teachers. So when I went into the interview, she literally sat me down. We kind of talked, kind of went through some of the stuff, and she said, "Hey, how do you feel about being a teacher?" And I was very, very honest in my interview, and I said, I never really thought about being a teacher outright. I never went to school for it. That was not my particular calling. I had thought maybe if I did teach, I would want to teach either high school or college because I know my personality pretty well, and I know I would probably do better with those ages just because I know I'm a sarcastic person. I know I can be a little bit blunt on things, like all these things. Like, so I told her, and I was very, very honest, very, very upfront about it. And I was like, this is what I feel about that. It's like, okay, we need a first grade teacher. So, just take it, like, let me know your thoughts, think about it, whatever. I ended up taking it, go figure. Um, Again, not a bad role. It was a great job. It really was. Like, I'm definitely very happy with the job that I did there. My students were absolutely amazing. My coworkers were amazing. The only issues that I really had were, go figure, with the administration. Um, So one of the things that I kind of noticed very early on, and this was kind of during a very politically charged um, election year, go figure. Which again, I don't like to mix politics with my friends. I don't like to mix anything. Like, my thoughts and my politics are mine. I don't like to blend those things at all. So for this boss of mine to come in and just demand that we blindly listen to her beliefs and her thoughts on the election was kind of hurtful to me because I didn't know how to handle it. I was very confused. I didn't feel comfortable by it by any shape or form, but I didn't know how to call her out professionally. Like, that was not a thing. So that was like my first, like, or my second, I should say, red flag was like, oh, she's telling us how we should vote, and all of these things, and saying we're terrible people if we vote one way or another. So I'm like, I'm not thrilled with that, but like, I can get over that because I'm good at ignoring people if I need to. So then we had I started, because it was a 4-day school week, I ended up taking on Fridays, they had this option where you could come in, and if you're a student, you can get tutored. If you're a teacher, you can pay to be a tutor for the students. So I ended up taking on a tutoring role here. And technically, the tutoring was only supposed to be for one student. It actually ended up being 3, and I ended up being involved with this whole family. It was a whole family. So it was 4 children that had been adopted. I was giving them all assistance with their homework. And they had one sibling that was like born to the family. Another kid who was adopted into the family. I loved them all. They're a freaking amazing family. I love them. I do not have them on Facebook anymore. I deleted my Facebook. But I used to keep up to date on all of them. Some of them have kids now. Some of them are married. Like, I love it. But I was tutoring these kids, and basically I was told that the oldest, who was in high school, that he was only smart enough to be tutored for a GED because he was not smart enough to graduate. And I thought, that's interesting because the student that I've been talking to and been tutoring does not seem to be the student that's too stupid to graduate. So I thought that was kind of odd. And that was kind of, again, a red flag that I just kind of like, but ignored. Continued talking with the student, continued kind of learning, and turned out, the student was just lazy. Like, as any teenager would be. Especially at that age. Are you kidding me? I remember I was lazy in high school. I didn't want to do anything. So, it wasn't that he was stupid. It was just lazy kid. Go figure. Okay. So, I started not getting, I was not really thrilled with what was kind of being said about this student, again, by the principal who had told me, he's only good for this. So I'm like, okay, something's not right here. something else is going on. And then I started noticing that this principal would
Found
just be
something,
making
have
these
you?
little comments here
I'll
and
try
there
not
about
to see it
different
ruined.
students. And we had one student who was heavier set. Um, and we were talking about doing this outdoor little oh, it does go for that. That's nice. This outdoor field trip for the kids in her class, and the principal was like, "Oh no, no, we won't do that because this student is she's just too fat. She won't do that." And I'm like, "Excuse me, like that's not really fair to say that." And she just kind of blew it off, like, whatever, like, you don't know what you're talking about. You obviously don't know the student that I'm talking about in question. And I'm like, I actually do know the student that you're talking about. And I don't think that it's fair to rule out something just because they may not like it. That you don't even know if they may like it or not. Like, have you talked to them? Have you asked them, hey, we are thinking about doing this thing. How would you feel about, attending or not? Like, give them the option. Like, don't count them out before they even have a chance. And so, like, it was that really just kind of caught me, and I realized, you know what? There's something wrong here. So I ended up talking with the parent of the original student, the one I was tutoring the whole family. I ended up talking with them, and what I didn't realize was that they were on the school board. And they were like, "That's very interesting that those comments are coming through. Like what else? Like what else is going on? Like what can you kind of tell us?" And I was just like, you know what? Like, I have noticed through conversations that I have had with other teachers that the principal will hold on and threaten the teachers with not getting their contracts renewed because all of this is happening. And they're like, "What? That's not what we were told. We were told these teachers are looking for other employment, but that we beg them. She begs them to come back, and they come back." And I'm like, "Oh no! Like, I've had these conversations multiple times with different teachers here, and every single one of them said, yeah, I would love to come back, but I don't know. Every single year, my contract is being held over my head, and it's not until the last minute that it's renewed, and it's literally like the week before school starts, and it's not, I can't plan anything because I don't know." And I'm like, that's really, so I started gathering this information and giving it to the school board and all these things. And word got around, as it does, to the principal. And she apparently started going around herself. And I didn't know this. Because, again, I'm young. I'm just out of college. I'm an ignorant child, basically, at this point. And so one day I am teaching, and I have little kids, teaching them. And all of a sudden, the receptionist that they hired instead of me, because, again, they didn't need a receptionist anymore, they needed a teacher. She came in and she's like, "Hey, the boss wants to go talk to you, so, like, can you go?" And I'm like, "I'm in the middle of teaching, but, like, sure, this is what we're working on, I'll come back." I go into the office, and turns out that the receptionist followed me. She did not stay with my students. She ended up pawning my students off to somebody else. Again, there was a whole mess there. So I sit in the office, and then the receptionist comes in beside me. So now I'm like literally, and I physically am basically backed into this corner, sitting wise. And I had no idea what was going on. And all of a sudden, the principal is sitting there accusing me of being a horrible person and just saying, like, how can I just say all these terrible things after she offered me a job? And, like, oh, and I'm just like, whoa, what is happening? Like, I had no idea what I was getting into. And turns out that nobody had ever called out the principal on her actions before. And one of her, let's call them cronies, in the teaching world, again, because she told me, and this is something she had told me early on, I don't believe that women should teach high school. And then proceeded to hire her female friend to teach high school. Don't get me started on that. That one really irritated me. So she just told me that, like, I am a horrible human being, and if I had an issue with anything she said, I should have called her out on it. And I'm like, I did. I did not think it was okay that you said this student was fat and therefore would not want to go on this thing. And she's like, that's not what I meant. You're twisting my words. I'm like, I don't think I am. Like, you straight up used the words, this student is fat and will not want to do that. Not, she may not want to do that, we should ask her. None of that. Like, none of that was an option. And yeah, so she just sat there, told me I'm a horrible human being for just saying all of these things. Literally had me cornered. I was bawling my eyes out because I had never had an experience like this before in my life. Again, I'm a kid. I am fresh out of college here. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know that I can walk out of this meeting. I don't know that I can personally have a representative in there. I did, however, know that I should probably record this conversation. And oh, did I record this conversation? She didn't know. Arizona is a one-party consent state. And I didn't know that at the time. All I knew was that I was covering my own ass. So I ended up recording the whole conversation that I had with me being backed in the corner, her telling me that I'm just a horrible human being for calling her out like this and for saying these things and going behind her back, even though I did ask her about it. All these things. And I was in tears. I was bawling my eyes out, crying, and I ended up going back to my class because
The turn of dice for next
what
bout.
did this do?
Come, Legion, lay your commons.
What did that do? Hey. I don't know what it did, but I clicked it. What if I just hit this thing? Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't know what it did. I did something. But yeah, so for all she sat there and told me I'm just this horrible human being and all these things, I had the whole thing recorded. I left, I was in tears, bawling my eyes out, just like going, I'm never gonna teach again, I'm never gonna do any of these things again, like, what did I do? Told the, and then, like, and the worst part was, so she, while in this meeting, she told me everything that I had told her in my interview, that I was not comfortable teaching younger children, that I... Oh, where did that thing go? Oh, it's up there. Oh, it's up there. It's part of a puzzle. I didn't realize that. So she told me that I was just too blunt. I was too sarcastic. You know, I obviously don't know how to handle younger children, even though she had no problem. I had just had an evaluation a couple weeks before, and all these things. And yeah, I was just this terrible human being. So yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. You know, I was like 22, 23 years old, bawling my eyes out, being called this horrible human being for, you know, doing my job and trying to defend my students. And ended up going to, again, I recorded the whole thing, went back to my classroom, bawling my eyes out. The kids are like, what's wrong, what's wrong? I'm like, you know what, we're gonna go play outside for the rest of the day because I cannot teach you guys. So could not teach. I was, like I said, tears, crying. Like, the other teachers kind of were just like, what's going on? I straight up told them. And, at the end of the day, when the students were getting picked up, I went straight to that board member and I'm like, I've got a recording I need to give to you. I'm not feeling great. And I'm like, this is what happened, this is what was said, and they're like, okay. So, end of the year happens. I don't have my job anymore. Obviously, I moved back home. And, like, as far as I know, nothing had happened. And I'm just like, well, that stinks. But, like, you know, I'm gone. So I guess it doesn't matter. Like, a year or two later, I had the board reach out. And they're like, hey, this principal's contract is up for renewal, and we would like your input as a former employee. Can you please let us know your thoughts about this individual on whether or not you think that they deserve to continue on in their role? And I sent them a very long worded letter, and I also included the original recording, and I'm like, this is my experience with this individual. She would hold contracts over teachers' heads. She would threaten to remove it if they did not comply with what she wanted. She literally backed me into a corner and made me feel like the lowest form of human being for calling her out for her statements about students. Saying that one was too stupid to graduate, saying that another one was too fat to want to go on this field trip instead of giving the student the option, and all this stuff. And I included the recording and all that stuff, and then the next thing I heard was that her contract was not renewed. It has not been renewed, and she's not welcome back. So I feel like justice has been served. But, like, this is a theme throughout my life in games, in professionalism. Like, I go do stuff, I play games, and then I find this conduct and these things happen, and I'm just like, why? Why do I attract this situation? Why do I bring this to light? Why is this my life? And it's happened so many times now that I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Like, is it me? Am I bringing out the crazy in people? Probably. So yeah, so if you guys ever need any insight into your company and you just kind of want to see like, hey, you know, there's something not quite right here, but I'm not quite able to put my finger on it, just hire me. I will figure it out without even trying. Like, I wish I didn't. I really do. I like my last company that I worked for. I really did like it. I was there for, shoot, 8 years. It was good 8 years. I wanted to keep working there. But there's definitely things that could have gone better. There are definitely things I called out, but I didn't get in trouble for calling it out there. When I called out stuff there, it got fixed. So, I don't know. But yeah, so if you work for a company and you need something called out, please hire me. I will do consulting for that, and I will be able to find it for you, even if by accident. But yeah, so it's just some interesting parallels, though, that I've been noticing the last few days in the gaming community, in different gaming spaces. And why I am just honestly very, very grateful that at least the experiences that I have had from a player's side with Digital Extremes and the Soulframe team is not the same experiences that I am having in all of these other places. So I really am very happy that that is not the experience that I am having. Peter, come here. Why are you crying, love? Peter's being extra needy, so we get an extra kitty view. I don't know why he's being so needy today. He was snoozing under my blankets when I started streaming. It's because he knew I was gonna be talking. But yeah, it really is. Like, I don't mean for these things to happen. They just kind of happen. And, like, it's not a bad thing. It's just not my intention. Let me see if those are the guys. Those are not the guys I'm seeking, because they would glow. Those guys are not the guys I'm seeking, because they would also glow. These guys, again, are not glowing. Wait. That one is. That one is. There we go. We found the patrol. Ready, set, blind them! We blinded them, buddy. We did it. We're gonna murder them. Ow. drop anything? It'd be great if we did. Yes, we did. Who are we missing? Where else is the patrol dude? Oh, the dog's gotta finish running away. Never mind. It's the dog, I swear. Hi, buddy. Alright, where are we going? Do we want to do a song, or do we want to go to the sludgers? Song or sludgers? Song or sludgers? You get to pick. Which one? Sludgers it is. Okay, buddy, we're going to the sludgers. We go get the sludger. I'll let Peter choose. Yeah. Yeah, you're cute. Yeah, you're cute. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, he's been super extra clingy, so I think it is gonna be raining a little bit later. You know, they're supposed to have another concert in the park, which I'm like, I'm not a country person fan, so I really don't want to go. But family does, and I'm like, can I not? So, also I'm streaming in case I get dragged along and guilted into going, so. We will see what happens, right, Peter? I will try not to ditch you, though. I won't ditch you unless you want me to. He does usually. He's been very extra annoyed with me lately, I think, because he knows I'm gonna be leaving on my trip here soon. So I have been like trying to keep an eye on him, but he has definitely been a little extra clingy. Oh, I think he's already dead. Wait! Don't murder me! Be free, Peter, be free! Oh, I not die, please! I really don't want to die! But yeah, I am definitely very excited for next week. There are a few people I'm going to be meeting up with. Very, very excited for that. I don't have any super major plans just yet. I'm going to be coming in on Thursday, though, just to do some additional exploring for funsies before everything goes down. And then obviously doing the major exploration of TennoCon and everything. It is going to be indoor-outdoor event, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely going to need to bring a water bottle and everything, though. Stay hydrated for the event. Really. That's what I think he used. But I think he used... but yeah, like, they keep teasing stuff out on Twitter, X, whatever the heck you want to call it. Teasing stuff on Bromius, so I know we are getting so close to getting Bromius. I'm so very excited. I've been wanting to get him on board since they started teasing him. And I know they keep teasing on TikTok with his, like, the different voice actors and stuff, so I'm very curious to see how that's gonna play out. Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely very, very excited, though, just to kind of go on to the next chapter. Hopefully we'll also be getting the moats as well. That's been a long time coming as well. And, you know, just kind of seeing how things play out for sure. Let's see here. Murder! I'm sorry, not murder. You don't get murdered. You get murdered. You don't get murdered. You just... Back off. Back off, pooch. Yeah, go after that. Go after that, sucker. Somebody's got their soul sucked. Yeah, buddy. Quenching acid, just what I always wanted. I do actually want to jump into my other account at some point, just to kind of get some more video shots and everything with it. But, I have already knocked out all the ancestors on that account, so now it's literally just going to find all of the world trees and everything that I've already done on this account, and then getting all of the weapons, armor, and packs crafted. But I don't have the money, I don't have the materials, and I don't have the time right now to do that regularly. Peter? Why are we in spaz mode? He's like... crying. I love it. there a fly in there or something, buddy? It's freaking out like there's a bug, which is very possible. The flies, when they get in, oh, they do some stuff to that poor kitty, and he gets tormented. Tormented like a tormented stag. I thought you were gonna... Didn't work, buddy. Give me that. But yeah, it's just, definitely counting down the days, sitting here going, okay, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Like, Thursday can't come soon enough. I want to go exploring, checking out things in the hotel, around the hotel, trying out some different foods, things like that. So, yeah, I'm, like, super excited. These guys are not distracted at all. Doesn't matter because they're dead. Suckers. But yeah. Let's see here. What have we got? Usually there's like one or two guys hanging out here. It doesn't look like there are. We're gonna just go ahead and go for this little oneer. Little baby quest. And also drink your water. I don't know why my bot's not popping up. Drink your water, because I'm dying right now. I mean, we're all dying, but, like, drink some water, please. Quit telling me to read messages, sir. I won't have to.
Is saying hold up in Hillyden.
Sneezy.
Bad day for
Allergies.
allergies.
Every
Take
day's a
care
bad
of
day
our
for
alka, will
allergies.
ya?
Save our alka, won't you? Yes, yes I shall. I love it though when these guys just stand around and are like, oh yeah, we're locals. Oh, what's this? Corrupted things coming at you? Look at this, look at this. If I come over to these guys, they just stand there. Not a care in the world. I mean, those things don't even go after them. These things are prime targets. Come eat these people. Instead, they just sit there. Hey, why is it doing Suck one. Suck two.
There's your
Oh,
rights
no.
done.
Easy
Easy
photosynthesis. Oh, we are so close. We need just under 2,000. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Where are you running to, fool? Oh, did they actually? No, they're going after enemies. That's what I don't understand. So they will straight up go after enemies. They will not go after the NPCs that are just chilling there, that are like prime targets. It just make it make sense to me, I guess. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Don't hit me! Sucker. But yeah, so like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so very, very excited for TennoCon. Been reading up on the emails they sent out, all the things you need to know before you go, all the good stuff downloaded, got my flight ready. I'm a little nervous, but it's gonna be good. I have to borrow a suitcase. I have no suitcases. I ended up stealing a suitcase from my mother last time. I'm probably gonna steal another suitcase from her just because I know I'm gonna be buying stuff. Don't tell my mother. I know I'm going to be buying stuff at TennoCon. My mother's not here. But yeah, absolutely gonna be cheese roll. Absolutely gonna be buying stuff at TennoCon, so I do want to make sure that I am bringing my suitcase with room so that I can get stuff. Now, I do have a suitcase, so to speak, currently, but it is like a bowling ball case. It is nice. It's great if you're like bringing your laptop or something with you. I am not bringing my laptop. I am bringing almost no electronics, just my phone. I think that's gonna be it, just because I can't do all the crazy. But Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that. Definitely very, very excited
I'd be keen to see it whole.
for all the crazy things that are gonna happen. They keep teasing me with that stuff though, I'm telling you. So they teased the Soulframe Cup ages ago. Ages ago. It was like last year, very early on in one of the dev shorts that they had. They had a Soulframe Cup on there and I saw it and I'm like, I need that in my life. Let me have that. And then I never saw it again. And I'm like, that is so cruel. That is so mean. I want that cup. I've asked about it. I wanted the thing. Never saw it again. I have to go back and I have to find it again so I can be like, that's the one. And then this last dev short where Megan was wearing a Soulframe hat, I'm like, I need that in my life. And if they never acknowledge that, I'm gonna lose my flippin' mind because I want that. I'm also like religiously checking to see if they have the store open yet for Soulframe. I know it's too early, but I want it. I want to know what they're gonna be selling. I know all the suggestions that I made that I wanted them to sell things. And I really hope that they take at least some of those suggestions because, like, I don't know. I've got merch ideas, okay? They may be crazy and random, but I've got merch ideas. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am very, very excited to see what they have to buy. I'm assuming most of the stuff that they have are going to be Warframe, but I am very, very much hoping that they will have a tiny supply that I can purchase for Soulframe stuff. Just because I can be like, yo, definitely a Soulframe player. Please let me purchase. I don't know. We'll see. I also really am hoping to check out. So they sent the thing about they're gonna have the market outside, the Cetus market. I am looking forward to that. Like I said, indoor, outdoor, it's fine. The concert, I'm stoked for the concert. Because, you know, why wouldn't I be? Got my VIP ticket. I'm very, very excited. Very excited. Boom, boom, and heh, how'd that shield work out for you, son? Didn't work out at all. That's right. What we got? What we got? Ready, set. Ready, set. Death. Oh gosh. Dead. Dead, Peter. They dead.
This plane. Maybe she'll come back.
Did that
again.
fly stop bugging you, or was it something else? Why are you looking at me like that? You're looking at me like I betrayed you or something. As far as I know, I haven't changed your food yet. He has, however, okay, so Peter, since I've had him since 2015. He was 3 months old. Since I have had him, he never wanted treats. He didn't like treats. I bought him all sorts of treats, every treat under the sun. He would look at it, he would sniff it, and then he would walk away and just leave it there. And I'm like, okay, so I'm never buying you treats ever because obviously you don't eat them. And it drove me absolutely nuts because I'm like, I mean, I get it, like, it's not like a dog. Dogs are like, treat, 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 give me food, give me food. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, you should still want a treat of some kind, right? So, yeah, that didn't work. So flash forward to when I was temporarily living with my grandmother. This is when I was transitioning to my move over here. I was like, I need to get him some, like, something to calm him down when we go on the plane. And I wanted to test it before I actually got on the plane because I didn't want him to get sick or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, let's see what we can do. So I bought these, like, calming treats from Walmart. I forget what they were. They just said calming treats. And I'm like, okay, like, it said don't give him, you know, certain amount based off of his weight and everything, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'll only give him, like, minimal dosage just to see, because, again, he doesn't like treats. And I tell you, that little expletive, like, sucked those things in. Okay, it literally took me giving him 2 treats for him to know the sound of me opening that bag and wanting a treat. I've never had that cat want a treat in my life, and suddenly he wanted treats. So, because I ended up leaving those treats at my grandmother's house because I was trying to go very minimal with like what I was taking and moving and stuff. She ended up giving it to her cleaning lady and everything. So, yeah, I don't have a task. Okay. So, yeah, I ended up doing that, and then went to the store the other day when I was buying all my snacks for Con and everything. I ended up grabbing a bag of the treats, because I'm like, oh, you know, I know Peter liked this, I know he enjoyed them, like, let me get a baggie. When I tell you, that cat has not heard that sound in 3 months. 3 months. Okay, he has not heard that sound in 3 months. As soon as I opened that bag, he was right there, begging for a treat. Oh my gosh. I love you, Peter. I do. Yeah, he wanted a treat really bad, so he got a treat because obviously Peter gets the treat. But again, this is a cat who has never wanted a treat in his freaking life. And he was just like, I know that sound, I want that sound, give me food. So, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna have to go give him some treats when this is over, because I keep saying the T word. Not that it means too much to him. I don't give it to him that often. But he likes them, and I'm just like, I don't understand. You never liked them before. Like, you hated them before. I don't understand. I don't know. It's freaking cute, though. I'll give that for him. He's a cutie. He's a cutie. I guess I'll keep him. Right, Petey? Petey's a cutie. Ooh, suck his soul. Suck his soul. Oh, you didn't suck it enough, apparently. Damn. Take that, though. Thank you for lunch money. We got the lunch money. Let's go. Woo. Are we the bully here? Is that what the game's trying to tell us? I do regret everything. Haven't you heard? Let me just... Ready, set, explosion. In case nobody's ever told you, I do regret everything. Just ask my follow count. Okay, so... Ooh, I just had a thought. Not a great thought, but I had a thought. Okay, so we're gonna commit murder. There's 1 murder. There's 2 murders. And there's 3. Yay. I had a thought. The thought was I need to go north. So I have noted this multiple times on my stream and other streams that I do not go north enough. I avoid the northern area like the plague. I know it's outside of my personal comfort zone. It's outside of my personal play preference zone just because I am not great at higher level enemies. It's the same way in Warframe. I'm not good when you start getting to those higher level enemies that are just like slaughter, slaughter, slaughter. Don't ask me to do Steel Path. It's probably not going to happen because I hate life. It's terrible. So, we're going to head north so I can get more comfortable at hitting life. I mean, I'm already comfortable at hitting life, but you know. Crotch that. Beautiful. Worth it. Give me that lunch money. Thank you. Set the buns free! I'll just take that. No free buns. Alright, we'll do the avocado mission and then we will go further north. Quit telling me to read stuff then, fool!
Got a job for you, Legster.
Okay, what's the job? Offer us... Well, that's a hard job. How terrible. What's my final task? A banneret. It's gonna be Undercity. Oh, nope, it's a patrol. Even better. I'll take it. Alright, where is it? Where is it? I see it. I see it. It's right there. Song. So, I realized, as I was working on stuff for the, some additional videos and stuff that I wanted to do, I was working on Warsong on my alternate account so I can get the fragments for Juniper, and so that I could get the footage and everything. And while I was sitting there doing that, I realized that I lost my train of thought, and that's where I'm at right now. So give me a second to catch up on that thought. War songs. I don't know, I lost it. There was something about war songs. Yeah, it's gone. The thought is gone. This is how my life is. I get a thought. It's a great thought, and then it goes down the drain because I can't remember what I was saying. So that's where we're at. My story, I'm sticking to it. How it is. Life be that way sometimes. Excuse me, I would like you to not do that. Let me just do that. That makes more sense. But yeah, so I am working on the war songs. I don't know. I know that's not likely the final iteration of the war songs. I am very curious to see what the final iteration of the war songs will be, but I also don't want to experience that in my memory scape with Orlick. I would rather experience it in a new account. So I do think when they do add to the war songs that they are, I am gonna definitely be resetting that account. This account, if I can keep this account as is, I do not want to ever have to grind for anything ever again. Please. And I'm actually really hopeful that they won't, because this has the, Festival of the Circade armor set and everything in it. So I'd be really sad, and I know a lot of people would be really sad if they lost out on that. But on the other account, I have no problem or qualm with resetting everything. 1,000-fold, I don't care. That's fine. What it's meant for, right? Petey Nagita. Oh no! There's death and destruction! Peter, don't you cry at me while there's death and destruction coming. Look at that, it's shooting at me. Here, take that. Yeah, shoot at that. Wonderful. Excellent. You see that? Yeah, that's your only enemy. I can't tell if he's pointing at me or not. My thing is right in the middle of my screen, so I can't see what it's looking at. Oh god, it's looking at me. Why are these things so tanky? How many times do I need to murder it? There it is. Okay. Hi, Petey. Come on. Come on up. You know how to jump. I believe in your abilities. Let's see if he does it. Oh, he did. Hello, my love. Rude. You know what I think? Death and destruction. Hi, cutie. Hello, my love. Oh, right in the microphone. So cute. You're lucky I love you. Because Nana definitely wants to throw you in the trash. She even said she would get rid of you if something happened to me, and I would be so sad. Because you're the best kitty in the whole kitty world. Doesn't like the kids, though, which I think is hilarious. So, my nieces and my nephew, they come whenever they come over. Peter's just like, I'm not having this. I'm not, like, So, when they were younger, they were mean to Peter. They smacked him pretty good. Like, went up to him just, as kids do, they just whack. And he remembers. So, they have, whenever they come over, Peter just looks at them, he hisses at them, he gets upset, he doesn't swipe at them, like, he's never attacked them or anything, but he just avoids them like the plague, and is like, I want nothing to do with you. And now that they're older, they're like, oh, but we love cats, we want to pet him, we want to hug him, we want to love on him, and it's like, I'm sorry, like, he remembers, so I'm like, you just need to remember that, like, as you do with people, as you do with pets, like, if you are mean to them, they will remember, and they will treat you accordingly. So Peter is treating you accordingly because that's what he remembers. He remembers that you were mean to him. And they're like, well, I don't remember it. I'm like, yeah, you may not remember it, but he does, and that's what matters. He remembers it, And now he's afraid of you, and he doesn't want anything to do with you because of it. So, just because you don't remember that you did something bad doesn't mean that you didn't do something bad. So, life lessons for my kiddos. Not that they're my kids. I don't need kids. This is my kid right here. This is the only kid I told my mom. I'm like, I'm not giving you kids. I will give you you'll get grandcats. That's what you get. You get grandcats. I do want to get Peter a sibling here. But yeah, I told her, I'm like, you don't get grandbabies from me, but you do get grandcats. So enjoy your grandcats, because they are the best. They're the best kitties. Granted, Peter's the only one right now. He's the best kitty in the whole kitty world, though. Yes, he is. The best kitty. I think it's way over there. But yeah, like, and Peter, honestly, he's freaking amazing. So, his only downsides are that he likes to throw up his food and that he scratches the couches. Can't seem to get him to stop scratching the couches, but, like, if that's the worst thing in the world that he does, like, yeah, no, he's a good cat. We are getting a fence, though, getting put in so he can go outside. I am very, very nervous about that because the fence will not keep him in. The fence is very, very thin. Pool fencing. It's the only thing the HOA will allow us. And, let's just say it never stopped Peter before, so why should it stop now? And it won't. So, I am very nervous because this is a new location for him. It is new creatures, new animals, new things around. So I am a little bit nervous for sure over the fact that he will be outside again. There are a lot of idiots on our street. We are in a new build community, and when people are touring the neighborhood, they don't realize that our street ends. Like, it ends. They are still developing further down our street, but those houses are not built yet. So they'll come ripping down the road thinking that they're going to be driving for a while. No, they hit that dirt road. So we do see a lot of traffic here and a lot of people turning around and trying to find a different way. And it just makes me nervous because I don't want Peter to go up and out front. I'm also nervous that if he goes out back, because out back has a steep hill, and despite there being a steep hill, it does also go into some neighborhoods, or into a neighbor's house area, and it also leads off into a major street. So Peter is not dumb. He is not a stupid cat. He does, shy away from people. He does shy away from streets. But again, this is a new... Okay. Oh, right. This is the stupid one where I have to do it from over there. Every time I mess this one up. But yeah, so I am nervous. I love my cat very much, very dearly. I am just very nervous for him. What is over here and why is it, like, why do they have this blocked? I understand it's just a dead end, but I can still unlock it. But yeah, so I am very nervous about us getting the fence in and then putting in the doggy door so that he can go out. My suggestion was also putting up chicken wire around the fence. Maybe they would, like if we paint it black, it'll be harder for them to tell that there's chicken wire there. And maybe it will entice Peter to stay in, but I doubt it. So, yes, I am nervous. He is making me incredibly nervous. I am going to be basically a wreck for a while once that is available. Where is the... Oh, we're doing the secrets. We're doing secrets. So I need to hit that. And I don't know where that's going off to. Yeah. Good. Okay. Hey, rude. Oh, totally missed. Totally aiming. But yeah, so I am worried about Peter and where he's gonna end up being when all is said and done. So, we will see what a nervous wreck I am, and I'll keep you all posted on how he's traversing. I think that's the first time I've seen it go this way. Not that it's a bad thing. Oh, come on, I'm great at missing. How's it working out for you, buddy? It's gone. All in your head. Ready, set, dead. Alright, now for the spooky guys to come after me. I didn't realize I could do it that way. It's gonna be spoopy! Dead. Only one this time? That's nice. Oh, nope, there's two. It's usually two. I do love that they reuse that. I say that every time I see them, and every time I'm just like, I'm so happy that they reused it. Now, I know I said earlier that I was gonna go to the north, and I didn't because I got distracted. So what I'm gonna do is exit out this alternative entrance, and I am going to exit. This is a puzzle room. I'm definitely not going into the puzzle room just because I have already distracted myself enough. So every time I always mess up this part. I'm just gonna exit the dungeon. See what happens. Give me the goods. Give me the goods. Yucky. We don't like it. Alright, let's go. Hello! How's it going? Yeah, okay, so I do not usually main a bow.
Found something, have you?
I don't usually main a
try not
bow.
to see it
I
through.
have been maining a bow, though, just because I know that I have been avoiding using the bow, so I'm trying to get better with the bow. My aim still sucks, as you will probably see multiple times. 1,000 times, actually. I'm really great with aiming. But hey, welcome in. How's it going? Anything? Have you been able to play Soulframe yourself or anything like that? Obviously, you know, the English is great. I might have crashed. We'll see here in a second. Yep, I crashed. Biscuits, I knew it. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I love Orengal. Orengal is amazing. 100%. Oh, hi, buddy. Peter's back. No, we're not doing ads right now. We are gonna snoozy that. Let me jump back into the game. Soon as I figure out where I put my thing. Oh, it reset all of my stuff again. Hold on. I need to sit my desktop, please. How's it going, anyways? I love Orengal. Orengal is phenomenal. Which pup, by the way, did you choose? I'm very curious what everybody chose. I chose, for my main account, I chose the Dreamer because he was adorable. And I love Dreamers. So that was my particular choice. But I am kind of curious what everybody that's fair. Well, you either got the white one, which is the girl, the very headstrong looking boy, or you got the dreamer who is just kind of sitting there kind of dopey. We're back in, by the way, so we're good. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair. I actually, come on, Peter. Come on. You know how to jump up here. I'm not gonna do it for you. Yeah, I got my dreamer because I'm like, there he is. There he is. I thought he was adorable. Where is he hiding? He's not over there. He's not over there. He's gotta be in the tent. There he is. Yeah, I got the little dreamer because I'm like, I was torn between whether or not I would get the white one or the black one. And when I found out you couldn't get the black one, and I saw him, and I saw that he was a dreamer, I was like, okay, I have to, because it just, I don't know, it's just so reminiscent, I think, of Warframe, that I'm like, I have to get that one. So that's why I picked this one. I think, because I have an alt account as well that I've been kind of playtesting with, I did get the white one on that one, though, so... That's fair. That is totally fair. And valid. Like I said, that's part of why I wanted the black one as well. And we probably will be able to get the black one later on. I'm also, I know that we're going to be getting other mounts as well, so, you know, there are options. I know, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you attention and love. I know, I'm sorry, you are very needy. I'm a horrible mother, I'm so sorry. I love you too. I love you too. But you only do this when I stream. um, but yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I know they're gonna have other mounts. I have, and Steve did confirm that. It's literally the very first thing I asked in the Discord when they first let us in. And he did confirm that we will have other mounts. We just don't know necessarily what they will be. I know I had put in the suggestion of letting us ride around on Garen, because I think that would be fun. And then, you've got fur everywhere, cat. I don't know what you want from me. You're being really extra right now, though. I love you, too. You're so cute. You are a cutie. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So, I am definitely very hopeful for that. I know Bromius, they keep teasing it all over X, they're teasing it all over all their social medias. Definitely looking forward to that. I think it would be kind of cool to have Bromius, like, follow around. Like, honestly, all of the packed creatures follow you around. I feel like that would be pretty cool. But, yeah. Why are we being needy, buddy? I love you too. Why are we being needy? Do you need food? Alright, I will be right back. I'm so sorry. I will be right back. I'm gonna go see if he needs something. I won't throw an ad on though. I'm just gonna quick screen it real quick. I'll be right back. It was in fact food. Go figure. So yeah, he sometimes gets me correctly, or I sometimes get him correctly, but it's all good. Yeah, so honestly, that would be kind of cool though, for sure. So yeah, that is actually one of the things that I do really love about the Orengal Pact, is the running around as the wolf in wolf form. And that's probably one of the ones that I've been playing with the most. I'm currently just working on leveling up Siren. It's my last pact that I need to get up to level 30. But Orengal is like... I love running around in my in the werewalker form. Like, it's so fun. So I get you 100% on that, because, like, it really is a joy. Running around. Like, and it is, like, one of the fastest ways to run around on the map as well. So, yeah, 100%. That has been kind of my main. My other main has been, oh, child. Oh, child. We're doing this again. Zelda was the other one that I kind of been doing a lot for. I know, she really is. It's funny, and even when you upgrade the entire thing, she still only comes like every once in a while. It's so funny. Like, I don't. They will probably fix it. They will probably fix it at some point. But they haven't swapped it, or they haven't fixed it yet. But yeah, yeah, I have all the packs. I have all the weapons. I have all of the armor sets at this point that are in the game, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, Iselda. I actually ended up starting with the children, so I got the Iselda. I then jumped over to the Kith of Kings so I could knock out the other two. I finally finished the Hand of Mora. I am personally not a fan of it. And now I'm just finishing up Siren so I can jump back to the other ones. But yeah, it's just been chaos. You know, I thought I would like the Kith of Kings more. And I found out that I'm a Fen hater and he can die and stay dead. I mean, he is dead, but like, he needs to stay dead. I'm not a fan. And the other reason, so I started with the children specifically because, I've been playing this since 2023. I was part of the first group that got in here. But so I have had a lot of interaction with Diora, and I love Diora, don't get me wrong, Diora is amazing. But I needed a break from Diora, so I'm like, I'm gonna jump in with the children, because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna love the children, because I can't stand Avocado. Like, Avocado drives me absolutely nuts. But then, when they were teasing it right before they actually released the factions... Shush, Avocado. But like they were teasing it and they were sitting here showing me like how to get down here, and I'm like, this is so freaking beautiful. Like, why do the avocados have to be in the most beautiful freaking faction location? And why does it have to be Avocado? I freaking hate him. So I ended up choosing the Avocados, thinking I would hate it, thinking I would, you know, never deal with them, never whatever. I love the music. For one, I fall asleep to this almost every single night. I literally put it on the YouTube, the Soulframe YouTube. I put it on a loop and I just listen to it constantly all night. And then, yeah, I freaking hate avocado. So, like, I would love to punch this little avocado in the face. I would love in the starter mission for them to let us have that option in the dialogue to throw him back in a cage. Believe me, I want to do that. But yeah, I don't know why. I really like this. This aesthetic is like perfection to me. So it's bad. It's kind of bad in that regard. But yeah, so I did take a break from Diora so that I could jump here. I went from here to the Kith of Kings because I'm like, again, I want a break from Diora. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, music 100%. Like I'm so excited for that music. I know. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so far behind in the lore for Warframe, and I need to jump back into it. I really do. Really, really need to jump back into it. I'm really behind on it, but I know. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to TennoCon too, so that's like even more exciting because I'm going to be there in person to see it. But yeah, I'm just like so excited. But yeah, so I went from here, I went over to the Kith of Kings, found out how much I really actually hate Fenjitar, finished up with him, ran back to Diora so I could knock out Diora, and realized I don't miss being with Diora. Like, I love Diora. Diora's amazing, but I do not miss hearing her with every single transmission. So I finished them up, and I just switched back to finish up, the children, so... What did you do? What did you do to get scolded? Okay, that's fair. You know what? That's valid. I feel like some people need to get called out anyways, so that's fair. I don't blame you on that. Let's go, tier 3. Yeah, honestly, it's... I need to get the lore down better for stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. So I started playing Warframe around I'm trying to think. Right before Wukong Prime was released. And I know that because Wukong Prime was the first Prime I ever purchased.
Oh, sky smells
Yeah.
fresher already.
Oh. They thought that would. Oh, that's. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Stay petty. It's fine. Stay petty. I would probably do the same, honestly. Like, to be fair, I do have a list of individuals that I'm like, as soon as they give us a block function, these people would be blocked. As soon as they give us that option in this game, they're getting blocked. Like, 100%. Just because, like, some people are just, it really is. Like, I mean, we had some folks very early on in this just, like, coming out, and they're just like, oh my gosh, this is not the game I thought it was. I can't believe this, you know, had so much potential, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is not the same Warframe team. How dare they make this game, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, pre-alpha. Game ain't finished. Game ain't nowhere near being finished. Like, understand that. Also understand that, like, game testing is not for everybody, and that it does require you to repeat the same things over and over again at times, so, like, calm down. Yeah, no, they didn't like that, and I'm like, alright, bet. You're going on the list. I literally have a list in every game that I play. I have a list of people that I'm like, if I ever come across this person again, in any game that I play, instant no. Like, instant no. Because, you know, people are just, I mean, people are gonna be people. I get it. People have their opinions on things, whatever, that's fine. But, like, if you're gonna come in and be like, spicy, I'm gonna be spicy back. I don't know. Maybe it's not the best plan, but, like, I used to do that too in, what's it called? I was gonna say Warframe. New World. Don't recommend playing, by the way. Stay away from New World. Screw you, Amazon. But yeah. Oh. So, region chat for Warframe or for, Soulframe? Because I hide my chat. I do not... I have gotten... Wait, okay, yeah. I avoid it like the plague. It's currently turned off right now. I usually do that when I'm streaming. But I've also been kind of just keeping it off in general because people have been incredibly frustrating. Like, I don't know. Okay, if we can be really honest here, there's a certain level of toxicity that can be found in Soulframe players, or Warframe players, that is now starting to permeate the Soulframe community. And yeah, so I started turning off the chat, and it's been great because I don't have to see it. So, but I do feel bad because there's gonna be players like you that are like, oh, I just, you know, I'm looking for certain people with this or that or whatever, or that like need help or something, and I'm like, I feel really bad because I'm like, yeah, I'm ignoring it because of the other people, but I also feel bad because, like, I want to help people. I'm just doing a terrible job at helping people. So that's where my videos come into play, because I'm like, I'll stream it, I'll share videos, but, like, I don't want to sit there and deal with people in the chat, because, like, it just gets so toxic so fast, and I'm like, somebody was just asking about, you know, XYZ, and y'all are jumping down their throats for having a different opinion than you. Like, how dare they? I don't know. Dang it, I didn't dismiss it in time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I dismissed it. Well, when you come back from the ad, I'm super, super sorry. Super, super sorry. But yeah. It's just, it's certain communities. Their community are just a little toxic. And certain pockets that just kind of like, I don't know, just ruin the gameplay for some. I mean, like, that was part of why very, very early on what I did was I made what we call the wall. So if you've ever seen the wall is a wall of text in the Preludes private Discord. So I don't know if anybody is getting this, but the wall. Oh, dang it! Ah, it is. Dang it! I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. Dang it. Oh, sorry. I'll hold. I'll hold the combo. I'm so sorry. Stupid ads. Yeah. I try to do like I'll be right back usually on the stuff. So um yeah, it's all good. Just let me know when you're back. Yeah. Nah. It's all good. It's all good. I actually need to find my thing real quick. So, anyways, yeah, that's 100% on me for failing. Oh, okay. So I have not played Temple yet. Like I said, I'm slacking a lot. Life of Rio. That name is familiar. And I can probably watched one of their videos. Yeah, so I'm very delayed on some of the newer Warframes. Definitely slacking. Never plays. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Soulframe, the very early days of Soulframe were wonderful because we didn't have that weird toxic Warframe community in. And it was like everybody was chill,
Got a
vibes were
job for you,
chill, we're good
Legster.
to go. And then like that was like the really nice period between December 15th, 2023 and March 15th, 2023 because that's when they released like more codes and stuff, and that's when the batches started coming in. So like the very early crew was super chill. Everybody was just like, yeah, we're trying to figure this out. Everything's good. Like, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but like it's okay because we're all trying to figure it out. And then it got super toxic super fast, and it was just like, oh, okay. And then it was like, oh, this isn't done. This isn't whatever. It's, you know, whatever. And I'm like, stop. Like, they told us it's not going to be perfect. They told us it's like... Yeah, and I think that's because a lot of people were kind of freaking out. But yeah, so if you go onto the private Discord for Soulframe, like, the wall was something that I kind of helped create. When we call it the wall on purpose. And it's literally because... I mean... It was literally, we had people coming in every single day. Well, I need to ask this question, this question, and this question. It was the same repeated questions over and over. So I created what we dubbed the wall in there. And that's where it was literally just me answering the exact same questions that every single person was saying. And, you know, I gave them warning, like, hey, I'm about to post the wall because, you know, it's literally a wall of text that I'm about to throw at y'all. Because it was just like, I'm answering the same questions over and over again. I don't want to have to keep repeating it over and over again, but like, here we are. And like, and that was like, those were fun times. It was like a silly little thing that we did. It was just like, oh yeah, let's just go post the wall. Or they would tag me to post the wall because nobody else wanted to post it or whatever. And like, it was just silly, whatever, fun. Okay, the wall is pinned. You can check out the wall right now. It is like the 4th pin, I think. You'll see it in there. Envoy Helix here. Um, but yeah, it's just so funny because it was just like I was always trying to like I knew the majority of the questions that people were asking were like, why is my game not downloading? And it was stuck on the HTTPS thing, and that was because they needed to choose a folder. That was like one of the very first and constant questions that we got. Um, and then it was like, where do I find XYZ? And I had a thing that would point them to the guide and everything for that. And then like, and I had at the time, I still had my chat up for the game. Like I would watch it constantly. I would chat with people. I would poke around to see who was online. And then it got chaotic and messy, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just step away. And I mostly stepped away from the Discord for a while because I'm like, I can't do that right now because like there's just so many people constantly all the time. And then even chat started going crazy. I think it was like, oh, I don't remember exactly the timing on it, but people just started going nuts, like spam messaging all over the place. And I was like, okay, we're gonna just turn off chat. 'Cause, like, it was just spam, spam, spam. And I'm like, all right, there's way too many bodies here, obviously. I can't keep up. And I didn't want to keep up, so. Okay, yeah, but you know what? The ending is like my favorite part of the whole thing. Like, seriously. 'Cause, like, people would be like, I don't know what to do, and I'd be like, go huff a mockery, go hug a shrimp, like, and they'd be like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? And I'm like, you'll find out. You'll find out. Don't worry. It's great. But yeah, hug a shrimp. Huff a mockery. I added the huff a mockery like right when the mockeries came out because I'm like, because everybody's like, I don't know how to kill them. They just keep coming back, and I'm like, go huff a mockery. It'll make sense when you know, suck its soul. But yeah, it was just good times. I do miss it for sure. Those early days definitely were a lot of fun, and definitely kind of what got me into streaming, because I said as soon as they they lift the NDA, I wanted to stream the game and kind of get better at practicing and stuff. But yeah, oh no, that's totally fair. Like, I mean, so what I do, and every once in a while, is so whenever they do a big major update, so like Preludes 9 to Preludes 10, things like that. What I do is I always make sure that I run the Tormented Stag quest.
And greetings.
I know it's not the Tormented. I call it Tormented. Okay, I'm tormented by it. But I always replay it just because I want to see A, if there are any differences, and B, to see if like my game style has kind of changed a little bit from the first time I've played it, which it has. It's definitely changed a lot. So I always do that, and that's actually, I did that the other day. No, don't you steal my histories. And that's kind of actually how I found out the other, or like a couple weeks ago, that they had changed, Fenjitar's voice lines, for that quest, and I was really upset because, like, I loved his old voice in it, and I actually just did a YouTube video on it because I was like, his old one was really powerful, and it was really, you know, like, invigorating, and made me feel like, yes, this guy's a badass, and like this whole thing, like this buff that they're giving us is amazing, and all this stuff. And then they changed it, and now he just sounds like, oh yeah, by the way, you get this buff, and like, meh, it's whatever, whatever. And I'm like, it's not the same. Like, give me my old voice lines back. And then I posted it in the Discord and for feedback, and I'm like, I miss the old lines. I thought his voice was much better and a lot stronger, and everybody's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the only voice I've ever heard him talk like. And I'm like, oh, where are the old people? They know. They understand. But yeah, I mean, it's, again, that's preference. Like, they did that with Orlick very early on. They changed his voices around. I think between 1.0 and Preludes 2. or maybe it was Prelude 2 or 3, they tried to do a change with some of his voice lines, and it didn't hit the same. And a lot of players kind of jumped on that, and they're like, hey, like, this isn't working, and they ended up swapping it back. So, like, I don't know. I mean, they do listen to the feedback. But at the same time, also, like, I know I'm kind of weird with, like, you know, am I upset that they changed Vengetar's voice because of nostalgia, or am I upset that they changed it because it just doesn't work as well? And honestly, like, I feel like it just didn't work as well, in my opinion. Like, maybe other people are like, yeah, no, it works just fine. But, like, that's also part of why I did that video for it, because I'm just like, it just doesn't hit as strong to me, you know? I want that powerful whatever. Gosh darn it, I'm gonna deny that. And... oh, well, let me deny that and that. Okay, that's cool. Didn't realize it would let me do that. Yeah, I mean, and I get that. I really do. And I know that they're reworking the character anyways, like Fenjitar used to just be in our Nightfold and now he's not. Like, I recognize that there are changes being made. I just, you know, there's certain things that I'm like, you know, don't change. Like, the audio is just definitely difficult, because it's like the audio is our introduction to these characters, there are knowledge of these characters, there are, you know, other than, like, visually looking at them, they are, like, our connection to them, and to change that, it just kind of messes with you a bit, you know? Especially since he has literally had the same voice since the beginning, and had those same lines since the beginning. I think that's probably mostly why I'm kind of crashing out on it, just because I'm like, his voice had never changed. Venjitar, like, Orlick had kind of fluctuated a bit, but Venjitar was consistent all the way up until they added him to the Enclaves, or the Kith of Kings, and suddenly they changed his voice lines for that quest, and, like, that's why I was just like, no, we can't do this. We can't change it. I need consistency. But I do love though that they added these guys. Go blind! Go blind! I do love the stag fights. They are definitely wonderful. And this, honestly, they're gonna have to do some cutting on the bow. As much as I love the bow, they are absolutely gonna have to kill that at some point. Also, I don't think I actually banned that. No, okay, it did ban. Okay. Just making sure we're getting bots and stuff. But my bot stuff's working, so that's good. So I would say it is for the heavy. And they will probably nix the heavy. Because I can go beat up the tanks. I forget what the heck they're called, the scamule things. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely easy. Hardcore easy. I also don't go north, because I'm a little baby bitch and I like to stay in the easy zone. But, like, those tanks, these guys go down really easily with the bow heavies. If you're just doing just your weapon. If you're not doing any of your, pact or anything. If you're just using your weapon, the bow heavy takes this thing out, like, really, really well. I actually need to distract him. I'm gonna accidentally get murdered here in a second. But, like, see, he's going down pretty easily, pretty heavily. Nice, quick, easy, dodge all this stuff, whatever. And dead. Versus, like, if you're using a blade or something, you're up close and personal, like, you're getting murked with the gun multiple times, you're still trying to hit it. I don't know, I just feel like this is, like, you can cheese this very easily. Like, I can hide and attack this very easily and cheese it. Like, you could do a lot of cheeses, like, that's fine. But, like, this one is just, like, it does some damage from a distance. Now, it's not to say that certain weapons don't do things from a distance, or, like, you can't get up close and personal and do some damage, but I don't know. Did I abandon my quest? I don't remember what I was doing anymore. I think I already finished it. I'm gonna guess that I already finished it. I might. No, I was the stag. I finished it. Okay. This is obviously, my brain is like all over the place. But, yeah, I like... There are certain weapons, though, for sure that I'm like, I'm gonna just stay away from these. Just because, like, I don't think that they necessarily are best. Yeah, and that's fair. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I actually haven't used too many other distance weapons with it, at all. So that's probably also me.
Alka's children
But yeah.
is saying hold
Yeah,
up
the
in
secondaries... I keep forgetting that the secondaries are things. I even have one on. I have Preckley's on. I keep forgetting that these are things, okay? It's not anybody's fault. It's just I'm not used to... Like, even in Warframe, when I played Warframe more than I currently am, I forgot it existed to have a secondary. Like, I would just go in and reap everything with my blade and call it good. And that's how I managed it. Like, I didn't do anything. Yeah, honestly, there's definitely a lot of things I want to add. We have been asking if they would add in a climbing mechanic. Grappling arrow would be pretty nice too, especially now that we have unlimited bow range. Yeah, okay, so the Preckley, like, because we don't have a lot of, that's kind of nice, I guess. If you have the bow and that, I think that's kind of good to kind of keep enemies at bay a little bit. But it's, yeah. So, because we don't have a lot of, oh, I'm still in the middle. Let me finish this quest, and then I'll jump into the... Actually, I think I just need to jump into the dungeon, and then I'll be okay. But, like, when you're looking at the upgrades, what was that? I think something went flying, and I'm not entirely sure what it was. Guess it wasn't important. I do like it when random objects start flying, though. It's, like, one of my favorite things. But the upgrades for the weapons that they have, I'm gonna just ignore all of this. And even that really nice shiny chest down there. And avocado right here. But they only have a few for the sidearms currently, so the small blades and everything. So you also can't necessarily increase it as well as some of the other weapons. That being said, bow only has like 3 and it like does some damage. So... Alright, let me see if this will let me without freaking out. Alright, it's not yelling at me yet, so I'll take that as a win. For now, we'll see. Bye Pooch, bye Pooch. I still miss having Orangal though. It's still really sad to me. So yeah, the combat arts. So we only have 10 here for this. We have 15 for the bow. Again, only 15 points for the bow, and with the extra damage that it does a lot. For the flyblade, because that is currently our sidearms, 10, it's not doing that much. The magic, this one is doing a decent amount. Shield, why is my shield only 10? Did I forget to level up one of my weapons? No, I only have got 2. Ornungler and Bog and Myrtle. Is that the only 2? I could have swore there was a third one. I could be totally wrong on that. That does not look right to me, though. But, like, these other ones, it makes sense because we have a lot more bonus points that we could put into that to kind of increase that and everything. With the bow, we've only had 3. So, for 3, like, we're doing quite a bit of damage there. I don't know what they're gonna do when we get more. If they're gonna, like, extend these out more and make it, like, a bigger... larger thing, like, I don't know how that's gonna work. So this may be something that they have to rethink anyway. I mean, they already did rethink this. This used to have humans on it. They did change that to the weapons typing instead. Again, everything's subject to change in this game, but, yeah, so I'm not sure what the plan is for them moving forward with more weapons and things. But definitely keeping an eye on it just in case. Because I'm like, I feel like, I mean, even these guys, like, they do some damage for sure. Grin definitely does some damage when you've got a, oh, I forgot. I rebound that. But, like, these guys, like, the sidearms are really good about getting, like, the smite chances to come up more. But, yeah, I keep forgetting that they exist. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be human only, unfortunately. I'm still hoping that they actually let us go back and, like, fully customize our characters, because, like, as of right now, it's literally just, okay, I want to see how this works, by the way, as a... Okay, so you gotta throw it regularly. Oh, that's not what I thought that was gonna do. Oh, okay, that's really weird and awkward, but I guess that's how we're covering the fire. Oh, it's not even letting me leave. Let me out. Yeah, like, will they let us, you know, point our ears or, like, try to make it something else? I don't know what the plan is. I don't know where they're going with the story necessarily. I am very curious for sure to kind of see. Obviously, we have an enemy that's just like us. Obviously, our grandfather is similar to us with the arm. Is he actually our grandfather, or is he merely somebody who has those abilities? Did he train us and our cousin, I guess? I don't know. Like, there's definitely a lot of lore things going on that I'm very, very curious to see how it'll play out. But yeah, we'll have to see how things go. Like, we just got the war songs not too long ago. I know. Whatever. Water. Drink your water. No worries. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I do regret everything. And there's a reason. That is my thing. Because I do regret everything all the time. But yeah, I appreciate it. And feel free to reach out anytime. I'm on Discord, Helix Rook, or just Envoy Helix in the Preludes private Discord. So yeah, anytime, whatever. Don't matter. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Definitely always good to get some insights from other people, so yeah. Farewell. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a lot I'm very curious to see though, with the lore, where they're going with it, how it plays out. I do think that perhaps that suspicious envoy may be a cousin / relative of some sort. You're stupid. Don't you say that. Oh, hello. I don't need to do anything to you. You're just sitting there. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this kind of plays out in the end, because, I love me a good story, you know? Good stories are what I'm here for. And that's what I enjoy, like, that's why I think I'm having a hard time lately with games, and why I'm having a hard time with movies, is that I just haven't been getting a satisfying story. Like, if you tell me a good story, but, like, everything else is crap, like, I will still love it. Because I like a good story versus... That's an empty cage. Versus just, you know, like, crap writing. Like, give me a good story. I'm a writer at heart. I want to be enthralled by a story more than anything. So, and I can forgive a lot if it's a good story. So, if you give me like the weirdest, randomest, like, oh yeah, they were, you know, they were dead all along, I'm gonna be like, you sure about that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm also like really picky about things, so I get weird looks from my family, and they're like, "That was amazing. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "What was it? Were we watching the same thing?" Oh, it's up there. I see it. I see it. I see how to free you. I just don't know how to quite get up there. I think I go this way. I don't know. That is definitely something I fight with my family, though. They're just like, "This is amazing," and I'm like, "Were we watching the same thing?" because I saw this, that, and the other thing, and they're like, can you just not just enjoy it? Can you just enjoy it? Just enjoy the story. And I'm like, no, that's not how my brain works. Dang it! I need to understand. I don't know. It's all good though. Let's see here. Alright, so we're back here. I need to do that again and not fall this time. Hi, buddy. Bye, buddy. Hey. Rude. Don't you interrupt. Don't you interrupt me while I'm rambling. No, it's okay. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm just like, give me a good story any day. And I will be happy. No! I did it again! Oh, okay, no I didn't. No I didn't. We're gonna save it! I didn't run in time. I failed. Failed. Try it again. I know! I hear you every time I run past you. I'm aware of where you're at. I just can't get to you. I keep failing. I'm sorry. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Carefully. Definition of insanity. Doing the same thing on repeat, right? Let's do it. Okay. Carefully. Okay, we ran it that time. Ran. Okay, now we're good. Now we can get to him. Oh, it's down here. I'm like, where is it? Found it! Nailed it! I feel like there was an easier way to do it, and I think I'm stupid. Let's see if I am correct in that assessment. Oh, hey, we hit 20,000. I need to go turn that into avocado. I am stupid. You know why? Because I could have done this so much easier if I had just freaking came over here and shot that stupid thing down, and I could have gotten up there. And this is what I get for being dumb. Yep, that happened. Yep, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. It's all good. Alright, Drunk Bird, where are we going? We are exiting. We are exiting the exit. Go blind! Nothing to see here, sucker. Catch me if you can, suckers. Ooh. He's candy. Ooh, he's candy. Yeah. It's good stuff though, for sure. It's always nice though to kind of have other players pop in and just kind of see their perspective on things. 'Cause I'm always curious. Like, I know I have my personal opinions about the game. I have my personal biases about the game. But I'm always kind of curious to see how other players kind of come across the game. And that's actually also why I try to jump into other players' streams, just to kind of see, like, how do you feel about the game? Where are things going? There's been a lot of feedback with some of the newer players that I've jumped into. They were streaming it for, like, the first, second, or third time. And just kind of seeing some of the stuff that they've been talking about. Because, like, I recognize that I have a lot of knowledge from being very, very early to the game. So, kind of getting that new player perspective is very valuable, and I do appreciate that more people are able to play it, to kind of experience it, and just kind of get that feel of, you know, how other people experience it versus how I experienced it. I know that I was incredibly lucky with what I had when I first started. Very early on, we had access to basically the DE team kind of like hovering and going like, how are you guys receiving this? Have you seen this? Like, what's going on kind of thing. And kind of having that like, oh, hey, here's, by the way, here's a breadcrumb. Have you tried this? Have you gone over here? Have you found this person? And I think having that really, really helped with our, like, shape how we experience the game versus how some of the players now are experiencing the game. So, like, I do find that I am very curious how other people experience it. because I did not have the same experience that somebody else had. So, yeah, we'll see how this kind of plays out though. I need to go a little bit further this way. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. We'll see though. I like that's also why I wanted to play again from a fresh account, because I want to see how my biases might determine my gameplay versus another player. And I've been recording every single session that I do, and my plan is I want to put it into a lump video so that I could say, hey, this is my first time playing it on a new account. This is what I did. This is how I did it. Versus, like, when I stream, this is like my I'm used to it, I'm good to go kind of thing. And then just kind of giving players like that, this is why I did this is how I did that, that's why this happened, that's why that happened. I knew what these buttons were, so I was able to just dive through versus trying to piece it out for different puzzles and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of like how I've been looking at it anyways.
Hello, fellow Sprout.
Where do I stand? I want to rank up, please.
I'm impressed, Leggy.
I am
Never
now.
seen one of your kind take so tight to the way of plants. Rooting, growing, healing what may, and withering what must. Just waiting for the seasons change. I wonder, with
Oops, I didn't mean to.
legs so big as
Oh,
yours,
thanks,
if
cut 'em off.
I wouldn't try to make it spring. Good selection, eh?
No, it's not really. But I already have this, so it's okay.
Enjoy or don't. No refunds
Kindred.
either
We're
way.
kindred. How nice. I really don't like you, avocado.
Quality wares here. What's hold up?
But I do suggest for early players, do not spend anything for Drax. You don't need them. These two, like, if you are desperate for Drax, please only do this as a last resort. Don't turn your standing in for that. It's really not worth it. If you do not have a Zelda, I do suggest immediately getting that as soon as possible. The Sacred Shimmer, this is only if you need to jump to a new faction or would like to jump to a new faction. Otherwise, again, don't spend the experience for that. It's really not worth it. The Eventide Greaves, the Cuirass, and the Armet, these are all items you can get in the Glade. You don't need to purchase it, and then when you also rank up, you also get them for free, so, like, realistically, you don't need it. Ode Tempest, I know a lot of people swear by it. I personally am not a fan. It's also very interesting that it comes from the avocados. It does not really fit the avocado lifestyle, so I'm not 100% sure why the Ode Tempest comes from them. I feel like maybe they need to swap with the Silent Rose Enclave for something, because this one just feels really, really out of place. This one calls for destruction and chaos, whereas that is not what the avocados stand for. So this one is definitely a very curious choice for their second tier pact, but, you know, is what it is. Anyways, we are at about 2 hours and some change. I am actually gonna go ahead and step away.
No deal.
I may come back later, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll kind of see where I end up. I do, however, want to see if I can send you all to somebody else who may be streaming Soulframe right now. Well, you shall see, and if they are not, I will probably just end it with that. I do have been trying to find folks that are English playing, but it does kind of tend to vary, so we'll see. I am... No, maybe I'm just not seeing properly. I think my raids are kind of messed up, actually. Oh, I do see somebody. So I think we're gonna hop over to Janselov. I do not know. They do say that they are English. Don't know anything about them personally, so I do not know if I can recommend them myself or not. But they are playing Soulframe, and I do think it is important to send folks who are watching my stream for Soulframe to go to another Soulframe streamer. If you don't like them, you can always leave. But that's just kind of my thing. But I think we're gonna go ahead and go raid them. Clicking in here, see where they're at. They're just kind of sitting there. Maybe not. Looks like they're just kind of sitting there. Let me actually go find somebody else real quick. Like I said, I'd rather you guys... Yeah, we'll see. XD Kone? Alright. Yeah, they are streaming. They are active currently, so I am going to go ahead and send you guys over to them. I don't know much about them either. Just FYI, I'm very, very curious, but... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and send you guys on over there. But I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thank you so much for that. And I really, really hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I may be on later. We'll kind of see, though. But yeah, take care.